We back. Back with another episode. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? You following me? Who you following? I ain't at the sky, baby. We ain't at the sky. We not at the sky, baby. We back with another episode of Stop the Mother Play. Oh, kill. If you can't stop the play, you can't stop me. You dig? You dig? I might get on. I had to check. I'm just talking to myself. Ain't talking to myself, you know. Whoa. Stop the play. I hope we talking shit. Back like we never left, baby.
It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on and have filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Green Bay Packers and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Damn.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Love throwing to start us off. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Yellow.
Love with it on first down. He throws a bullet to the... He's got it inside the 10! And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal.
Let's go. Set.
Working inside the red zone. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. Jordan Love, the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Down.
The Packers
Hey,
will
green.
set up for the
52
two-point conversion.
Blaster, 6. Hut.
Love's going to throw for 2. It's caught for 2, and that's going to be an 8-0 lead. Well, we haven't even had time to settle in up here in the booth yet, and just like that, partner, it is already 8-0.
We haven't had time to settle in. How about these coaches' booths next to us up here? How about them guys? One side super happy about how this game started. The other gonna be searching for some answers.
Power squib kick is taken in. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On the ready.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Set. Ready. Red. 38. Ready.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start.
Sacked him on fourth down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Run, Jacobs. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
So from the 3, here's second and goal.
That's zone red. 50 green. Black ultra. Ready?
Jacobs again. And this won't get anywhere either. The front held up. Couldn't pick up anything. And now he brings up third and goal from the 2.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Love now on third and goal. He rolls to his right. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Hey, Kay, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got a consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
Love now on first and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Space past the 35.
What are you doing,
And
walking?
they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it'll give the Packers the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready.
And the Packer first down.
Black. 90.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 8-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this.
Yo, what? What is he doing, bro?
Okay, ready?
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They've got a first to begin the frame. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play fake, it's Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
32. Set, go.
They're gonna go. It's Love. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Red, 38. Set.
Love from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Ready?
Love on third and short. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field.
Ready,
That's
break.
disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
Ready? Hut, hut.
Stick it in the air. Love. Escapes the pocket. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down. They pull off the conversion.
A gain of 12
And
yards.
keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
Ready? Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning.
Come on. Hut, hut.
From the red zone now. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Second and goal. At the
Here we go.
Packers'
Blaster.
6-yard
Six.
line.
Yellow. Hut.
Love out of the shotgun. Escapes the... And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Jordan Love, the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Field. Black. Let's
The
go.
Packers will set up for the
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
14. Packers nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Fields the hard squib kick. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Black Ultra. Set. Ready. 50. Green. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Packers are going to get the football inside the enemy 40.
Intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at the 36.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Let's go now. Set. Hut.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. And the Pack gets home. They drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Second and 17
On the double.
at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Black. 95. Ready?
Love. Gets it downfield. On target to Watson. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line.
6 yards.
The Packers take their first time out. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set.
From the red zone on 1st. Back to Watson. This is Cox. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal.
More yards.
Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd.
First down.
And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Check you, yellow. Ready?
To the air with Love. That one hits the ground incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul.
Ready, set.
So now, following the penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Love looking to pass. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. So Love brings his Packers to the line. They're going for 2.
Set, six, mega.
Set up for the
Blue, 30
conversion.
Throwing from the gun. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead.
Packers 22.
Well, yet again, partner, they choose to go for 2 instead of the PAT. And for the 2nd time in this ballgame, they are successful.
You and I both know, having done this for a while, sometimes you go into these games and you don't exactly know the mindset. This one, it's pretty clear. It's all about aggressiveness. And they've started from the beginning with it and more than likely going to finish with it, and they got a big lead to boot.
35-yard line.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Throwing on 1st down, Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go. 30.
Love now to throw. Kraft has it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Yellow.
Now Love on the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18.
45. Right. Ready.
Throwing, it's Love. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Offense to the line fast. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
At their own 18-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go.
Here's Love to throw. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and then he can do his damage big time.
Matt LaFleur with faith in his offense. They're set to try for 2. Love's going to throw for 2. And he has it in the end zone for two, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
What we say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for two. That risk pays off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Wilson with a return here. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Okay, ready?
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Blaster, stay. Set, hut, ready?
Love now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets it up 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were and the QB.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 10-yard line.
Claws red. Let's go. Set.
Here's Love.
Oh!
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 3-possession game. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Right. Red, cycle. Hut, hut.
Pass play coming here. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
There, ready?
Love now on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Short pass brought in. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for a Packers first down. A gain of 26
Loves to throw
yards.
again. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Working quickly here.
Black, red.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7
Red,
at
yellow.
the 36-yard line.
Set, hut.
Throwing again. Love. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 19 yards.
Ready.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What they do in training camp, coming alive.
Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Here we go. 45.
Fourth down, here's Love. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
Pass was thrown for Christian Watson, and it's going to be second down.
The coverage by Javon Bullard.
Come on, set.
Back to the air. Love finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Ready?
Shotgun now for Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So we're through 3 here. It's Packers football in what has been a one-sided game in their favor.
At the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Down.
Stick it in the air. Love. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Once more, it's Love. Still has some space inside the 35. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up on first and 10.
Slide through. Set. Hut.
Love out of the shotgun. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. Second and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now second and
Ready.
6.
Hut.
Love from the gun. That's low and bounces short of his man. Trying to find his tight end. And it's third down.
Incomplete. Edgerrin Cooper on the
Cluster.
coverage.
6. Set. Striker. Check. Striker. Black. 95. Set.
To the air on third and long. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. But he's got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Packers
Black
stop.
open.
First
Here we
and
go,
goal
red.
at the 5-yard line.
60 red. 60 red. Rail. Yellow. Go pink.
The play clock nearing 0, so Coach Matt LaFleur forced to call a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Let's go. Yellow.
They've got a man in motion.
10 claws red. 6. Mega. Ready.
Throwing it again here. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming as a fan, as a defensive coordinator. I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
They are throwing it again. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Well, as they drive forward to win right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just got...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
That keeps the score. Packers 36. Packers 8. Brendan McManus to kick off for
On now is
Green Bay.
McManus to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
All right, there's going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Drill green. Set. Fitz. Ready.
On first and 10, here's Love.
Eat his
So we're
ass.
down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers trying to do some window dressing. So at the 20, here's second and 10. To the air with Love. That's him on the quick hitter. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway. We wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain. Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. He's got it to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Love with it on first down. Gets his tight end on the corner route. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers putting up points in a game decided. Now this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Packers 15. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Wilson with a return here. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the set.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Ready. Blue striker. Set.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Oh, what
That
you
sure
stop?
altered the throw.
Up to the races, middle of the field. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers put up even more points in a win. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Green Jack. Ready.
Love's going to throw for 2. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Packers 42. Packers 15.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
For Green Bay.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Love now.
Oh,
And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So trash in the next level.
Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Red, cycle. Ready?
They're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. And stop me if we've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Packers continue piling it on here in the 4th. Jordan Love, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Hey, 3 touchdown games aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. This QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
Ready.
Packers will set up for the 2-point
All right, they're going to throw for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Well, they don't get it, but just the choice to go for it there, Brock. As I'm looking to my right, seeing a partner kind of fuming, a little steam coming out of the head. I'm sure you and many others maybe aren't a fan of that call.
I don't feel like I'm that old. I really don't.
You don't look that old.
Well, thank you. But yeah, this still just gets me, and I know many others every single time.
This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Love now to throw.
Look at this.
Gets home, they drop him. Now 4 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. One final shot here. Completed to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. So this is a Packers win. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense.
I'm trying to get my wings up though. That shit just piss me off. You gotta be humble sometimes. Fuck it. Be humble sometimes. Oh, that nigga blitz me every play. Like, how am I? I have no time. No time at all.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Brendan Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's May. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, May with it. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw with May. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. May going to give it to Henderson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Henderson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll go again with Henderson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To the air, May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
is May. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Looking to throw. May. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Travion Henderson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Love, they go play action now. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Henderson. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots 36-yard line.
Love from the gun.
Oh, the RPO will keep it himself.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
First down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here we set.
Play action this time with Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love, a 6-yard touchdown.
Get her done.
Packers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ready? Fuse, yellow. Set, hut. 40 seconds.
Following the interception, Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
We're not in field goal range. We are definitely in field goal range.
2nd and 10.
Blaster, 6. Here we go, set. 6, yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
Now Love. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Black, 95. Hut.
Love looking to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense?
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got him. It's Keyshawn Butte. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Run play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 20.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Patriots.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Chat if he's still in the chat, man. Let's try to make this guy right here quick. I can get another intel.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Ready, 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 ready.
On play action. Love to throw. They'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. K'Lavon Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now May on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Patriots have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. The extra point now for Borregales. And that makes it 14-10.
14. Packers 10. Andres Borregales to kick off for New England.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
Nah, I feel you. I see.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line. The
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
10 cycles. 52 blaster. Set cut.
Play fake. Here's Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hut, hut.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
Striker. 3-3. Smash. Red. Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Ready.
Love. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs. Keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the...
There he goes, left side. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry, 73 yards. And the Patriots use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline. And now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go. Red, 38. Set, cut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They're going to find his man, Kraft. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Packers, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Black Ultra. Grill green. Set.
Love now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Slide food. Here's hut.
Here's Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Faster.
New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's incomplete.